New and reassigned ministers of government took the oath of office today. This and more in your Thursday edition of InfoHub. The oath of office is not a ceremonial ritual. It represents a solemn promise. These were the words of President David Granger as the newly appointed and reassigned ministers of government were sworn in.
The swearing-in ceremony was held in the Credentials Room at the Ministry of the Presidency, where President Granger explained that the Constitution of Guyana empowers the President to appoint ministers from among persons who are elected members of the National Assembly or are qualified to be elected as such members.
The oath of office is not a ceremonial ritual. It represents a solemn promise and creates three principal obligations. I urge them all to obey faithfully the oath of office. The Guyanese nation can be assured and can continue to look forward to the smooth functioning of their government as a result of these changes.
InfoHub spoke with the newly appointed ministers to garner their thoughts as it relates to the execution of their duties. Dr. Karen Cummins, newly appointed Minister of Foreign Affairs.
I know it's a lot of hard work, but I'm prepared for the task, and I hope to serve in this new office with distinction. My first assignment, and I hope to see him there, because I still think that he can be my coach. It's a new area, and so I look forward to working with him and to hear from his head all the what he has gone through, to share some of those information with me.
Minister of Business Hemraj Rajkumar explained that he was given a debrief of his new office on Monday last.
Since Monday, I was at the office and I started to get acquainted with the different agency. It's very challenging. I found it in a few hours. Ministry of Business is very challenging. We have a lot to offer to the people of Guyana, especially the business sector.
Tabitha Sarabo Haley, Minister of Public Service.
Based on the outreaches, and before I became minister, I was working with the former Minister of State, and some issues came to him as relates to public service, which I think I should would be the top of my agenda. Those include benefits. A lot of persons sent letters inquiring about benefits that they believe were duly owed to them.
Dawn Hastings Williams has been sworn in as Minister of State, while Simona Brooms is now Minister of Youth Affairs within the Ministry of the Presidency. Minister Annette Ferguson is now the new minister within the Ministry of Communities with responsibility for housing, while Minister Valerie Adams-Yearwood is now the minister within the Ministry of Agriculture with responsibility for rural affairs. Rebecca Ganesh, InfoHub.
Guyana submitted its first Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative (EITI) report to the International Secretariat on April 25, and government is satisfied with the progress made thus far.
Minister of Natural Resources Raphael Trotman said the report was published in compliance with the EITI standards.
The report, which was published in conformity with the EITI standards, which most of you now have, goes beyond the mere reconciliation of payments and receipts to include contextual information.
He noted that the report points to the way forward for better management through greater transparency in the extractive sector.
Particularly, it points the way for an improved investment climate. It helps us to assist in strengthening licensing, record keeping, and tax collection systems and legal and fiscal frameworks. And also, it will help us to improve reforms and governance, as well as promoting greater economic and political stability.
The Natural Resources Minister reiterated government's commitment to openness and transparency, noting its satisfaction with the progress made thus far. For InfoHub, Anarakan.
The Ministry of Education says it has taken note of an article published in the Wednesday, May 1, 2019 edition of the Kaitra News. The headline is captioned, 100 million spent to upgrade national printers, yet Education Minister bypasses local printeries to sole source from TNT. The ministry has clarified that the printing of exercise books and textbooks produced locally is contracted to the Guyana National Printers Limited, which is a state-owned entity located at 1 Public Road, La Penitence, Georgetown, Guyana. The Education Ministry also made it clear that it has no arrangement for the printing of local text and exercise books with any other company, as is inferred in the article. The full release from the ministry can be viewed on our website and social media platforms. Still on education, as the Ministry of Education continues in its efforts to ensure that all learners receive the best possible delivery of education, Region 8 is slated to receive more trained teachers.
All 30 schools in the Patara-Siperuni Region 8 will continue to receive trained teachers. According to Region 8 Education Officer Clifton David, the teachers will hail from the region and are being trained through the Sirapata College of Education, CPCE, in Turkine Region 4.
We currently have 38 participants or teachers in training in Sub-Region 1, completing what we refer to as the upgrading program. And we have 11 trainee teachers who would have completed, in fact, who would have commenced the Trained Teacher Certificate program in Sub-Region 2 at the Madia Center.
The program is comparable to the quality content being taught on the coast. Students will benefit tremendously from this initiative as the training content is specifically tailored for their learning environment. From Madia Region 8 with senior videographer Tejpaul Brijmahan, I am Natisha Isaacs for InfoHub.
Good news as the Ministry of Public Infrastructure recommissions the MV Kimbia, which will serve the Northwest District. Media operatives and other persons were given an extensive tour of the vessel, which was out of operation since 2016 pending repairs. More in this report can be found on our website and social media platforms. Still to come, following overwhelming response at government outreaches, CH&PA hosts outreach at National Track and Field Center. The details of this and more when we return.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Welcome back. Following the overwhelming response at the Government Comes to You outreaches, the Central Housing and Planning Authority today hosted another outreach at the National Track and Field Center, Region 3, serving some 400 persons.
As you can see behind me, there's approximately 300 persons here at the National Track and Field Center at Lenora. These persons here are awaiting the opportunity to visit the Central Housing and Planning Authority to get their house lot application and land titling issues in the system.
In keeping with its promise to the people of Region 3, the Central Housing and Planning Authority returned to the National Track and Field Center on Thursday to extend its service to residents following the Government Comes to You outreach held last Sunday. More than 300 applicants visited the facility to apply for their house lots for the first time. However, land titles were among the highest concerns raised.
I have 3 children and I come here to assist with getting my transport done to go into the bank to build my house. I started, but I need some more money to end it off. And I'm here now and I hope that I get through with it.
Another senior resident mentioned that since 2011 she applied for her house lot and received her confirmation letter, but got no further assistance. She further stated that the initiative serves the people who have waited patiently for years.
I would like, to get a house lot because I can afford to purchase the house lot now until they become my husband is a contractor. And I got a big firm working now that can assist me.
We did apply for Stoughville and we did don't pay some money already, 361,000, and the place never develop or they never do nothing to it. Yeah, but I just now get to understand that they're doing something here. So I understand that we can get a transfer to Metaminzag. And that would be good, yeah.
From the National Track and Field Center at Lenora with senior videographer Tage Baldbridge Mahan, I'm Mayana George.
Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency, Joseph Harmon, today hosted a post-cabinet media conference where a number of important matters were addressed. Here now is our post-cabinet roundup.
Cabinet welcomed the new ministerial appointments when it met on April 30 at Watuka House in Linden, Region 10. Newly appointed Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency, Joseph Harmon.
The new ministers were the Honorable Dr. Karen Cummins as Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Hemraj Rajkumar, Minister of Business, Honorable Tabitha Sarbo Hali, Minister within the Ministry of the Presidency with responsibility for public service, Honorable Don Hastings Williams, the Minister of State within the Ministry of the Presidency. The reassigned ministers were the Honorable Annette Ferguson. She will be in the Ministry of Communities with responsibility for housing development. The Honorable Valerie Patterson Yearwood, Minister within the Ministry of Agriculture with responsibility for rural affairs. And the Honorable Simona Charles Brooms, Minister within the Ministry of the Presidency with responsibility for youth affairs.
Cabinet was updated on the results of the Government Comes to You outreaches held in Regions 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. Similar outreaches are planned for Regions 2 and 7. The Indian Arrival Monument will be commissioned on May 5th.
Cabinet noted that His Excellency President David Granger will attend the commissioning ceremony in which representatives of the Indian government will also participate.
Boards of agencies under the Ministry of Social Protection serving for 1 year from May 1 have been appointed.
The Commission for the Family that will serve for a period of 1 year from March 1, 2019 is chaired by Mrs. Sandra Hooper and include 10 other commissioners. The Poor Law Commission to serve for a period of 1 year will be chaired by Dr. Holly Alexander and will include 8 other persons who will serve as commissioners.
Cabinet has also approved the appointment of 2 non-resident ambassadors to Guyana. They are David Commisong of Barbados and Sean Hoy of Ireland. Formal relations are also to be established with Côte d'Ivoire, formerly known as the Ivory Coast.
This followed discussions at the ministerial level between our two countries that led to the recognition that there were areas of mutual interest that warranted frequent diplomatic contact. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs was directed to conclude the arrangements that were required for the establishment of diplomatic relations as requested.
Attorney General and Legal Affairs Minister Basil Williams SC will attend the 49th Working Group and Plenary of the CFATF in Trinidad from May 27 to 31.
These meetings will deal with important matters such as the report from the Working Group on Financial Action Task Force issues, the 29th Forum for Heads of Financial Intelligence Units, and the CFATF follow-up process of members' action plan.
DG Harmon also reiterated the coalition government's stance on terrorism.
We have done very serious review of some of our laws to ensure that we send a very clear message, not only to foreign countries, but to persons within Guyana that are affected by the law, that any actions which run counter to the law will be dealt with in a very serious manner. So I believe that our credentials with respect to the way in which we deal with terrorism is very good and is very strong. And I think that many countries in this region have commended us for this strong, this strident manner in which we have dealt.
The government is prepared to abide by any decision made by the Caribbean Court of Justice come May 10 when it rules on the no confidence case. Paul McAdam for InfoHub.
That's all for this evening. Connect with us on WhatsApp, like and subscribe to our Facebook page for notifications, and subscribe to our website for more stories. You can also follow us on Instagram for updates. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye.